Hello and welcome to another episode of Smack Talk with Alex Volkanovski as he prepares to gain, yet again, the featherweight title. Alex, welcome in. And first of all, got a bone to pick, man.
Oh, okay. What's that? What have I done?
You gave us some of the best content that I've ever seen in sports bet history.
Okay, yeah.
When you broke out the emo anthem.
'Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind.
And I'll tell you what, man, hey, the emos were in the comments and they weren't happy that you started singing. That I said Mumford & Sons, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't happy with that.
I get it, right? Like, cause it's all right. Let me chat about that one first, because I get it. Mumford & Sons. It's not like since when were they emo? People saying that, but there are some. The reason why that come to mind is because every time I've got an inside joke with Frank, my wrestling coach, and every time we see like an emo thing, was like, "But tonight." But then a lot of the time we would always start off with "Not Your Fault." We would always start off with that, and we're like, "No, that's not it. What's that one?" But it would always be in my head. But there is Social Repose. I think he's like I don't know. I mean, he's not emo. That's like proper
Goth.
Yeah, he's like got this thing. He's a good singer.
Is that the dude?
So yeah, Social Repose, and he sings Mumford & Sons, so he sings that song. So that's where maybe I got it from. Yeah. So it was a little bit, so there are some emo versions of that as well. So I get it, a lot of, Mumford & Sons fans out there will go, what are you trying to say here, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's it. You know what? Second Serenade actually was in the comments as well. I don't know if you've seen that. Yeah,
No, I didn't see. I did get a notification saying John Jones, because we collabed it. John Jones commented on your post. I was like,
there you go.
What's he doing?
It was all you, man.
It was with you.
But yeah, so it was wait. So you into me because I didn't...
No. That turned into one. It blew up on Instagram, and you go on tour. You go all the way over to the States. You're singing away, and you forget about lonely old us back at home. There's no mention of our show. We were in this room, Volk.
Okay, what do I say? It's like I finished the song instead of the mic drop. It's like going, brought to you by Sportsbet. Something like that, maybe.
Or maybe, hey, if you want to see more of that, tune into Smack Talk.
Oh, no, you know what? You're right. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing you. Yeah. I mean, it was off the cuff.
We're still on good terms, though, man.
Yeah, of course. All right, I'll do it next time.
I was actually thinking, because you've gone the old Volk before, I feel like you're so locked in this fight prep, and you've been locked in for so long.
There's always room for a character.
Oh, is there going to be something?
I mean, I don't know. What do you reckon? I reckon we should tee it up with Sportsbet. I mean, you guys do such a great job. I think we might be doing something. That's it, on beat, on my tempo, let's go. My whole career kept this two worlds apart. Guess the cat's out of the bag. I'm Volk. I'm one of the world's most sought-after music producers.
Step into my cage and watch me break some shins. Broken shins are tied.
Well, some say Mr. Volkanovski is a musical genius. It's really big in Europe.
Yeah, shin breaker.
Yeah, proud of this, Did it last year.
Speaking of success, how do you feel about Lopez?
Not great, to be honest. A little worried. When Ben Affleck and her broke up, mate, it was just heartbreaking. What Lopez are you guys talking about?
The man who don't tap. Yeah, I'm the man who don't tap. The man who don't tap. Yeah, I'm the man who don't tap.
Diego Lopez, like you went in there and you made fun at the press conference of his hair and stuff like that. He seemed to laugh and, since take it on board. Do you think there's a chance fight week he comes out with something else? He's been roasted on every form of social media for this haircut. Do you reckon he comes out with the shaved dome?
Nah. Oh, yeah. Actually, there's a couple of memes out there where it was swatched hair, had me with the, not you. No, I did it again. Guys, tonight. So it had me with that and I had him with the bald head. But we'll see. Look, I mean, I think he gets it. Like, he's seen the social thing that we put out and he even commented on it laughing. He's a good dude, man. There's respect there. And I think he gets it that we're not going to talk trash. Let's have fun with it. If he wants to pay me out about how short I am, me being bald, or, go for it, man. Like me being a girl dad, and like I can't choose boys.
That's a tough one.
You know
to
what
make
I
fun
mean?
of.
I mean, you can do whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever he wants to do, we'll have fun with it.
Let's jump into the main card, the first fight on it. Yair Rodriguez and Patricio Pitbull. Pitbull's the interesting one here because that's a guy you can see yourself fighting as well later on. For this fight, Yair Rodriguez is the heavy favourite, sitting at around that. So he's going to sit around that $1.50, maybe push out to $1.70
who
range.
was?
Yair Rodriguez is the favourite. Pitbull,
He's
the
favourite.
outsider
Okay.
on this one, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's so unorthodox. He's obviously proved himself against top competition. Pitbull is the real deal, though. Pitbull is dangerous. He does have his grappling, that he can take it. I think grabbing a hold of Yair is going to be pretty hard early because he's very unorthodox. If you be aggressive and don't game plan too much, he can catch her. And even his striking, he's a little Pitbull, but he needs to get in range. I think Yair can do a lot of work there early. But later on, what happens? You know what I mean? So that's a tricky one. But I think the earlier rounds, Yair does enough work to win them earlier rounds. He could definitely finish him because Yair is that good, man. Trust me. This isn't an easy fight for people. Even though Pitbull's well-rounded, he's going to find it very, very difficult. Not an easy fight for Yair as well. Very, very fun fight, man. There's so many exciting fights on this card.
Best card of the year by far.
So many exciting. I don't think people understand how many good fights are on this. Yeah, it's stacked, but really, really good fight.
So who do you sit with? You sit with Yair. What do you?
I'm going to go with
finishes?
Yair. Yeah, I'm going to go with Yair. I think, I think it's a decision. I think he could finish it. He could definitely finish. I'm going to go. I think Pitbull's tough enough where he does the damage, tries to maybe start grabbing holding, but it's too late by the end of it. It's only 3 rounds. I'm going to go decision win for Yair. But very exciting the whole way through.
There's players in all of the sports codes. They're always getting in trouble. They're always doing the breaking the laws and stuff like that. But you find, for the most part, fighters, the most dangerous men on the planet, follow the laws for the most part. So I want to test your knowledge of local laws here in Australia, because sometimes
Laws here in Australia.
Well, sometimes we get a bit niche, but I know them all. I would hope that you would as well. So we'll start this one off.
Oh, okay. I don't know, but give me a crack.
In New South Wales, it's illegal for bus drivers to splash mud on passengers.
I mean, mate, yeah, in Australia, yeah. It is, huh?
Are you saying it's woke for people to not allow bus drivers to splash mud on passengers?
I mean, the guy's trying to do his job. I mean, like, there's a good chance he accidentally splashes them if there's a puddle there. Isn't that when's their responsibility for the council fixing the roads and making sure there's no muddy puddles there?
It's a good point.
You know what I mean? Can someone take, you know what I mean? I hold myself accountable. Can maybe sometimes the government or even the bus drivers, I get it. I don't know. Maybe we all hold a bit of accountability. Am I onto something here?
Yeah, well, unfortunately...
Or do we got to scrap that because we just had a shot? Did I just have a shot at the government? I didn't really. I mean, that's not what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Unfortunately, Volk, you have to tell that one to the judge because it is illegal for the bus driver and they are going straight to prison.
It is illegal.
They're not going to prison, they're getting a fine.
I said it is illegal,
$220.
but I don't think that's really fair.
You think it's woke?
Yeah? Yeah. I think that's like, we're protecting, like, you know, if there's a puddle there as well, I'm probably going to stand a little bit further back.
In Victoria, making unreasonable noise with a vacuum cleaner after 10 p.m, before 7 a.m. on weekdays and 9 a.m. on weekends is considered an offence. True or false?
Oh, my God, this is crazy because it's true, isn't it?
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
Vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
Well, we're talking, we're talking... heavy duty working vacuums, right?
No, we're talking that Dyson. Some people just want to see the world
Oh, come
burn.
on, man. I got a Dyson because my kid just spilled shit on the floor. You're telling me I can't clean it up past 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I'm telling you, wait till tomorrow morning after 7 a.m. to clean
And
it
just
up.
let it get rats all over it? I mean, now we've got a bigger problem. Now our apartment, right, our duplex or wherever we're living together, now we've got rats running around.
we got bad news
because
for
you
you.
didn't want me to make a bit of noise. I mean, I've got birds. You've got birds making more noise than my vacuum cleaner. I mean, I've got dogs barking. You know what I mean? Like, are you going to tell me there's going to probably dogs? Is the dogs? We can't.
Nice segue.
Okay, yeah,
Not
we
a
go.
Dog.
All right, let's go in there, and then I can tie that into the next one.
It is illegal in the state of New South Wales to own a cat that weighs over 25 kilos.
I mean, yeah, because now you've got panthers. That means that means you've got like proper wild. You know, that's
No, it's a domesticated house cat. You can't have the panthers.
Well, I mean,
That's a
now,
separate
so
law.
if it is that big, it's very unhealthy, and you aren't looking after it properly, so it probably should be illegal. If your domestic cat weighs 25 kilos, if your cat weighs 25, I mean, that's like bigger than Garfield. Like, you know what I mean? That's a problem. I'm going to say it's not a law.
It's not a law because there's no domesticated cat that weighs 25 kilos.
Okay, exactly. So
Surely
there's no
not.
law. But I bet you, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
This is one of the fights that I think a lot of people are going to be tuning into due to Bryce Mitchell's comments previously that he made. I think it's going to be a lot of interest in this one. He's the outsider in this one, coming up against Silva, who is very, very short to win this fight, which I'm surprised with because Bryce Mitchell, 17-3, he's no slouch.
Yeah,
He's a good fighter.
Especially when he is good. Yeah, all right, Silva is on a roll. He could definitely catch him. But has Silva fought someone like Bryce, who's going to, you know Bryce is going to look for the takedown. He's going to be quite effective with his game planning to get to the ground. He's going to try and be a little bit safe. Obviously, people are going to be, oh, yeah, but he got knocked out by Josh Emmett. Okay, yeah, fair enough. But I mean, he probably thought he was going to do better on the feet there. Now he's probably learned a bit. All right, I'm not going to take as many risks with someone like Silva because Silva's going to be a lot more creative on the feet. I'm going to really look for the takedown. And so he shouldn't be that big of an underdog. And I'm going to go with him because of that. Even though I said I don't really want to bet against the fighting because they're on a roll. And I see why he should be favourite. But Bryce Mitchell shouldn't be that heavy as an underdog. I think because if he does grab a hold of him, slows him down, probably doesn't, maybe can he finish him? Maybe, maybe not. Later rounds, is Sean too tired to finish him? You know what I mean? So I'm going to go decision win for Bryce Mitchell.
Second elect on the card. Big one here. Paddy Pimblett finally gets his chance after a little while off to really assert himself as what his sort of expectation was over the last couple of years. He's taken on Michael Chandler. I love Chandler in this one. I think that Pimblett's a good fighter, but man, people underestimate Chandler. He's sort of turned into a bit of a joke, all the waiting for McGregor, waiting for his payday. Anyone would have done that, man. That card was right there. He would have made tens and tens of millions of dollars, but he's getting this fight now, and it's probably a must-win for him.
I mean, you got to look at his last fight too. 5-rounder, I think it was. I could be wrong. But in dangerous positions with Charles Oliveira and was able to survive and get through it. And he's going to be dangerous early. Even when he is fighting a little bit more, I think you could say he was a little more calculated than he usually was in this last one. But he's still going to be wild. He's still going to be very aggressive. They're probably, But Paddy Pimblett, he showed in his last one with Bobby, was it Bobby Green? Yeah, it was. His last one. Looked real good. Very, very calculated on the feet. He's going to need that with Chandler. Chandler's very aggressive. He's going to have to play it safe, stay long. Maybe look for a takedown and then, even though he's going to be hard to take down, scramble to maybe get positions just to play it safe. Things like that. But I mean, I think this is dangerous for Paddy Pimblett. This is definitely Paddy Pimblett.
It's a big jump. It's by far his toughest
It is a
fight.
massive jump. I think Paddy Pimblett, if he survives, he definitely gives him problems and then gets to the back and maybe get a submission later.
Yeah.
But I mean, from what we've seen with Chandler in his last fight with Charles Oliveira, I can see him maybe surviving. You know what I mean? He's probably going to stick to a lot more of that submission defense and stay that composure. And he would have learned and got a lot of comfort and composure from that last one with Charles. So I'm going to go with Chandler on this one.
Love it.
Again, it stings for me to have to choose between both guys.
It's
that I
tough,
really
man.
like.
This is one where whoever gets knocked out, people are feeling bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Both good dudes. But I'll go with the underdog on this one.
We spoke about how many Danny DeVitos it would take
All right.
to beat you and John Jones in an octagon. Now, you went through it in thorough detail, but we decided it's the era of AI and ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT how that fight would go, and it gave me the scenarios of every level of the amount of DeVitos it would take to take you down. So give me a comment after each level. Okay. From ChatGPT, 1 to 10 DeVitos. Easy win for Volk and Jones. They ragdoll them.
I love this. Yeah.
20 DeVitos.
And did they actually say ragdoll?
Ragdoll.
They said ragdoll.
Ragdoll.
Chappy D, man, I'm telling you, they got
Chappy
levels,
D.
man. Chappy T, they know our lingo and everything.
20 DeVitos. Still not enough.
I know
Jones
you're
clinches and elbows. Volk picks them off.
20. That
That's
was 20.
50 DeVitos. Starting to get tough. But Jones's reach and Volk's agility would keep them at bay.
How good's this? I like it.
100 plus DeVitos. Now it's a real fight. If they attack in waves using rugby-style tackles and dogpile tactics, they could gas out Volk and Jones.
Wow, it's pretty good though, man.
Dogpile tactics.
But how do they come in waves? They're literally on top. 100 plus Danny DeVitos laying on top of each other. It can't happen.
Well, I think it could be open field.
So they're allowed to. All right. So they're allowed to.
They're attacking in waves. They're like led by Napoleon at this point.
We smoke them, man.
Well, you do beat them.
They could. Get tired.
That's what they said. You could gas out.
Okay.
Okay. Final
we're
one.
still going.
You're still going, man.
Oh, okay. So they're saying we win.
No. They're saying
that was a.
They're saying they could. It's a real fight, but they use dogpile tactics.
They're clever. They know.
200 plus Devitos. I think this is the number where they win. The sheer volume of bodies would be too much, and eventually the legends would be suffocated under an avalanche of small but determined Devitos.
Wow, that's fair. Because, you know, when you say waves, right, they've got a heap of them in there, then they're allowed to just keep feeding through the cage door.
Yeah.
And come at me. We're going to get to a point where, you know, it's not, okay.
But rugby-style tackles, dogpile tactics, coming in waves.
I love how they use ragdolled.
The way this algorithm works, it probably took the transcript from our YouTube video.
I reckon it played a big part.
I reckon that played a big part.
Because I said
ragdoll. That. Yeah. Let's jump into your fight now. And I want to start this off.
Oh, we haven't talked about that one
to
yet.
almost get on to a serious note. You know, I do a lot of interviews with you around the place. We do a lot of different stuff. I think that the way you speak about... It almost feels like you think that people have written you off after those two losses. The people have sort of said, oh, Volk's done, the old Volk stuff is legit, and you're coming into this fight and the fights after it to say, hey, I'm still here. I never left.
I mean, okay, so this is good because here you're saying that I'm like, oh, they think this. I'm in a position where, yeah, they think that and they've got every right to think that. But I'm going to go and show them that that's not the case. You get what I mean? So it's not me like, oh, they think this and I got a chip on my shoulder. I don't. It's just I know I'm going to go and show them what, and they have every right to think that. Because I don't blame them. They're going to think 2 knockouts, having a big break. You know, young, hungry guy. You know, he's done, oh, all right, you've got every right to think that. And like, sweet. Like the only way for me to show you any different is go out there and show you. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's just sort of where I'm at. I'm like, I accept that everyone... It's weird because I usually look for a chip on the shoulder, but I think the fact that this is so out of the norm with such a big break for me coming off losses that I don't need to look for being the underdog and people doubted me and all that. It's like, oh, no, they doubt me. It's like, yeah, I'm coming off this. Or like even though, so does that mean, like, does that sound like I need to prove it to myself? No. It's just, I am against it. You know what I mean? Sweet, let's go. But I mean, like, I feel great and I'm just going to show them. It's weird. I'm like more confident than ever. So it's
I feel that. I feel that.
It's weird. Feel like I'm more confident when I am in a position where they should and have every right to doubt me.
Yeah.
But I'm more confident than ever. I mean, I was even sort of thinking that while I was having the break. I'm like going, are you going to be the same guy? Are you going to be able to, you know what I mean? Ooh. I was like, yeah, you will once you get there. But them questions were there. Now I'm like going, yeah, you're sweet. You know what I mean? That's why I started a long camp and I'm an incredible Nick and I know I'm going to go out there and do my thing and people are going to sit there and be like, oh man, he's done. And then all of a sudden they forget and they're just quickly reminded about this active defending champ that they always once knew. And the rest of history, the comeback, man, is going to be so good. I mean, it's going to happen. It's weird because it's happening. I've got it in my head, it's happening. It's going to be a pretty surreal moment once it happens because I think... I think I'm just going to be like, oh, it's the same. I was like, no, I don't think it is. You're all of a sudden Volk 2-time champ, like it's. I think that's going to be because my brand's never been big and I'm coming off 2 losses. Imagine if I go and separate myself and go and get the belt back and like when I do that, it's going to be crazy.
And they're having more and more fights in Australia. Like there's a real possibility where you could defend the belt.
I'm defending the belt
Sydney.
This year, probably. End of the year, I'll do it, mate. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm talking about that 3rd fight this year. The UFC were going to want it here in Australia, I reckon. You know what I mean? It's massive. So, huge. I'm like, it's weird because I haven't really contemplated or I haven't really soaked it in, like, what it's going to be like. I remember someone asked me the other day and I'm like, oh, yeah, right. And I'm like, wait a second, mate, this is massive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just looking at just another job that I need to do and go out do and I'm going to do it. But then I'm like... No, it's just going to be the same. You're going to be champ. I go, no, I think it's going to be a whole nother level.
Yeah, do you reckon when you get the belt, when Dana puts that around and they yell, and you, do you think that that's going to feel better than when you first got it?
Maybe. Just because I'm going to be able to properly soak it in, the big break, I guess coming off the losses, am I going to care about it more now, the win more now, because I'm going to actually pay more attention of coming off losses, having such a big break? I think it's going to be a massive surreal moment for me. I think it will be more than the first time, where I was just going through the motions and it was a weird one for me. Right now, I get everything. I'm a lot more comfortable with who I am, and I get the situation, I get the brand, I get the game. I got more understanding of myself outside of it. So I think it's going to be real different. I think I'm going to probably be able to properly soak it in like a normal human being would in a situation like this. So I think it's going to be incredible, man. I can't wait.
I think that's really cool that you mentioned that, and especially like your brand has never been bigger. And you win this belt. What you've done for UFC, mixed martial arts in Australia is unmatched. You know, that fight, when you bring that belt back here and you defend it in here, now we start talking, we're back to Marvel Stadium.
Yeah.
We're talking that sort of stuff. We're talking, if they find a way to do it at the MCG, you can pack that thing out. Like, that could be one of Australia's greatest sporting moments.
Yeah.
You come back and flatten whoever poor soul they put in front of you to bring back here.
Yeah.
That could go down as one of Australia. It's hard not to get lost in that.
100%. Like, and again, like already what I've done, right? People are going to be, man, he's done enough, but look what I'm planning on doing. Quite confident I'm going to do. So win the belt back, so 2-time champ, and then get other defenses on top of that. Now we're rolling in some serious championship wins. I mean, now we're talking, you're up there in like obviously, people want to throw you, I don't like talking about this, but people already got you there, GOAT, featherweight, and blah, 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 like we're surpassing
I would
just divisions now, you know what I mean?
go ahead and say, when you go ahead and defend it on this thing, then you're Mount Rushmore of UFC. You're not just a featherweight guy.
That big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And which is crazy. So like, and look at the guys. My next 3 fights that I'm talking about. So Lopez, he's a new school. And if it's going to be Mosva, new school, undefeated, 19-0 or 20-0 or something like that. Look at the guys I'm ticking off. The new school, and I'm going out and they're just mopping the floor with these blokes at my age, 7-8 defences in. Now we're talking like, that's pretty big.
It's cool.
I mean, with Australian sport, that's huge. World sport, even world sport, we're talking about the world talking about that type of stuff. I'm okay talking about that because I haven't done it yet. Once I do it, you ain't gonna hear me talking. You won't hear me be going, I should be. I'm not saying I should be, but now you're in them conversations. You won't hear me say that and claim that or even bring it up when I do it. But I'll bring it up now. Yeah, you got every right to bring them conversations.
I'll be bringing it up.
Are you Kobe Bryant? Michael Jordan? You know what I mean? You won't hear me say that when I do it. There's no way. But I'll flirt with it now.
Where your head's at the moment is one of the coolest things to watch. How hungry you are for this, and God help Diego Lopez when you step into that octagon. But how do you see this fight playing out at the moment?
Yeah, and I'm okay to talk about how I think it is. We know how he's going to be. He's going to be very aggressive on the feet. I think he might be a little more strategic here and there, but he's going to still have to, be reactive. He's a quite reactive guy. If you throw your jab or you want to come in and land some shots, he is firing big shots back. If he tries to make you miss and hit you on the outside and all that, it's not the way he's going to play it, and it's not going to be a good way for him to play it. That's making things even harder for himself. I think he's going to be very, very aggressive. He's going to look for big counters over the top, which gives me big opportunities to get a finish. I know I say it, you say it all the time, and I've said that in fights that I still didn't get. But on the ground, very aggressive. He likes to put himself, you're going to get sort of Ortega vibes here, where he's very submission heavy. He's going to go for submission. He's going to put himself in bad positions. Yeah, I've got to be careful, but you got to be careful where you put yourself while you're going for them submissions, because I am going to put you in a position where you aren't going to be able to move, and I will punch your head through the canvas. Not you, sorry, I pointed at you when I said that. I will, you know what I mean? So I can see myself really, really getting a good, solid finish here. I think I got to be, you've got to be careful on the feet, which I will, but I think there's bits to capitalise on there. I've got to be careful on the floor as well, but I'm too composed there, man. I'm too tidy there. If he wants to put himself in bad positions, jumping for submissions, you are going to pay real quick. I know he's doing a lot of wrestling and all that. I don't know if that's for him to try and take me down or if he's worried about me taking me down, knowing that he might not be able to submit me and I'm going to punch his head through the canvas. I don't know what it is, but it ain't going to be enough. And that's no knock on him. It's just where I'm at right now. I'm determined. Again, he's only got the puncher's chance and he needs to commit to that. And he will. I know he will. So I can talk about that. And I'll tell you, like, that's the only chance you have. I'm sorry, you know, and nothing but respect to you. Great fighter, but your only chance is catching me, and I think that's only on the feet. And I think I put hands on you because of that as well. But you want to take it to the ground, game over.
Man, we've known each other for a while now, but this is the most locked in, the most locked in while relaxed. And I don't know, man, I'm just getting a...
Relaxed too,
I'm just
geez.
getting...
Yeah.
You're like, you know, you're just sitting there calling your shot. Like, this is...
It's like it's already happened. Or it's it's gonna happen. Like, I already know it's gonna happen. I say these things to prep myself mentally for it. Now it's different where it's like, no, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Conor McGregor back in his prime, confidence. It's weird. I think a lot of that is gonna be matchups and that as well. And just where I'm at, and you know, I just think the experience and the matchup and how I'm training and my commitment to it, discipline, everything. Just, you know, it's going to happen.
Love it. Absolutely love it. This has been Smack Talk, and the next time that we talk, he's going to have smacked Diego Lopez. He's been the new featherweight champion, back in its rightful place. Volk, thank you.
Man, how good
Remember,
is that?
you can check all those bets on the feed under Alex Volkanovski soon. I cannot wait until we just write under you, UFC featherweight champ.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, it's just got Alex Volkanovski.
That's it.
And it's going to have featherweight champ very, very soon, right there on the feed. Thank you for tuning in.
So let's tick that one. That's a tick.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.